I felt it was important to establish in my first video the energetic foundation for the system that for me satisfied my 12-year quest, the unifying truth for religion and science. Unlike most of the topics I'll be covering initially, it does not exist as an excerpt from my book. Rather, it was written after the fact as the energetic foundation for the Bridge of Truth, and appears as a section therein, the Pathways. I'd like to preface this reading by saying that back in 1998 when, with tongue-in-cheek, I went searching for proof of the existence of God, the proof I sought wasn't what one would include within the realm of intelligent design, drawing the conclusion that God exists based on the circumstances and probabilities of events occurring after the fact of creation. Rather, I wanted to learn the system that had to already be extant at the moment of creation in order to govern it and all manifest evolution since. And by definition, for a system of creation to exist, there has to be its creator. Indeed, at the point of unity, the first harmonic level from which duality and all the rest would be born, creator and creation are the same. I was clear in my book that proof of such a system would not necessarily be proof in the form a scientist would accept as rigorous, drawn from repeatable experiments. It would likewise irk those who feel the act of a Big Bang, the zero moment of the universe, refutes the pre-existence of anything, including God. And with respect to God as referenced in the title of my book, the God I sought was not a personality beholden to any specific theology, but rather divinity as the infinite and ultimate source of all being in existence. So, theologians seeking to satisfy their particular dogmatic position would also not be thrilled. Nonetheless, while every given specific truth held by religion or science might not be evident, the existence of a God of ultimate truth, capable of embracing all of them, had to be clear. And much as my love for mysteries and science fiction would fuel my drive for the solution, I was to find that my dual background in music and mathematics would lead to its discovery. So now I present in its original 4 parts the 4 pathways, unifying truth for religion and science. I'll be making reference to several key elements in what I've labeled as the system of quadrality, governing their integration. Brief explanations can be found in the footnotes accompanying its publication on the Bridge of Truth. Detailed articles on each are available at totalityofgod.com. We'll begin with Part 1, Meaning. What are the 4 pathways? To reveal the truth as it applies in the context of this study's perspective, consider the individual words that form the composite. One definition for path, courtesy of MSN and Carta, is a route along which something moves. Another is a course of action or way of living. Way can be defined as a means, manner, or method of doing something, as well as a direction, that is left, right, up, or down. When you combine these definitions and then categorize the route, means, manner, method, and direction of doing as conditions of existence, a pathway can be thought of as a course of action or way of living to move from one condition of existence to another. A relevant definition, especially if you allow movement to be transformational as well as positional. But it's still not particularly illuminating. 2 other definitions for way add clarity: a journey or the route followed or to be followed, and progress or a path through life and its experiences or difficulties, with the latter being the conditions of existence herein referenced. Our composite definition then becomes the course of action or way of living someone follows to progress through life and its experiences or difficulties. This certainly seems to be taking us in the right direction, and the mention of 4 directions earlier in a definition gives us a clue as to why there may be 4 pathways. Considering another definition for way will bring us really close to home: the customary practice of a person or group. So, this journey through life's experiences is one taken by each individual, but it occurs in a group context. Moreover, stipulating 4 pathways would indicate that at the fundamental evolutionary level, there are 4 groupings within the collective of humanity to which this transformational journey would apply, one of which each individual would most associate with. Our final definition for the 4 pathways would then be the 4 fundamental courses of action or ways of living a person or group follows to progress through life and its experiences or difficulties. This provides us with a rather nice philosophic understanding of the 4 pathways. But does it have scientific merit? And what about limiting the number to 4? Couldn't there be 3, 5, or some other number? We'll cover that next in Part 2, Application.